This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Other day, I was on Twitter and saw this video ad for Las Vegas, of all places, and just loved it, tweeted about it, like retweeted it, tried to start a conversation there on Twitter, felt the need to come over here and just make a bit of a rant video about it on YouTube because I love it. I absolutely love it so much, and I think it's a great conversation starter and a great thing to think about as video creators ourselves. Would love this to be a discussion. Please leave a comment, like let's have a discussion in the comments of this video. Let's dive in. Let me show you the video. Let's do a little reaction to this video and then let's talk about it. First things first, we got a pretty sick soundtrack here. Just driving, hard beat, you know, good. Not to downplay that. I did watch this ad on mute, as I think a lot of people do on Twitter. So it was more about the visuals for me. But music is great. I mean, it's my kind of music. I love it. It's vlog style music, honestly. It's hard driving vlog style music, which goes into what I'm about to say. I'm gonna mute it though so that I can react. All right, opening shot, quick cuts, you know, just cool play. Look at that, all of this, I wanna be there. I like the water spring. I like that. Oh, we're having desserts, drinks, and we're watching a show. Bam! It's looping now. What is this blue lagoon beautifulness this is just that looks interesting. I want to go there. That's basically where you're at when you're seeing that video. And that's all well and good. The thing that I noticed and that you probably noticed about that video as soon as you watched it is it's all shot on an iPhone or some sort of phone, creator style, you know, probably a UGC creator got hired to do that project. Hopefully they charged well for it. They were probably, as part of it, gifted those experiences in Las Vegas and then said, you know, like let's make a little UGC style ad out of this. And they did, just those quick zooms, those flashes, very quick cutting. But for me, when I see that, and I don't think it's just me, I think this is the majority of people in the target audience of this ad, the fact that it's on a phone makes you see it as though it is one of your memories, as though it is something that you did and had your phone out and captured it. In my mind, this puts me in a place of like, I could have those memories if only I went to Las Vegas. That sort of thing. And I think that that's where the true power of UGC, user-generated content, caveat to that, I like to say UGC style, because it isn't technically user-generated content if it is made for the purpose of being in an ad. It's just made in a user-generated style. Anyway, the purpose of UGC is to make stuff feel real and very relatable and very, very much, you know how have you ever heard that sales thing of like, if you're trying to sell something to someone, you want to put it in their hands, you want them to hold it, because when they hold it, that gives their brain this feeling of like already owning it, of already having it, and then they're able to envision and picture themselves having this product more than if they're just looking at it, even more. They're able to envision it even more, right? I think that's the same sort of thing that is happening with user-generated content style video, phone shot video, and why so many ads are utilizing that style is because, especially when compared to something more highly produced, crew, lights, beautiful, glamour, cinematic Hollywood, we've all seen that beautiful, glamour, cinematic Hollywood version of Las Vegas. The thing that sticks out about this ad is not that. We know that there's glitz and glam in Las Vegas. The thing that sticks out about it is that we feel like we're holding this memory in our own camera rolls, and it cuts through just, I think, a lot of noise. So that's the initial rant. Let's quickly transition. If you are interested in making this style of video and making money with this style of video, let's transition to the business side of it, one of the selling points of this style of video. And I have very strong feelings about this, so hopefully this doesn't come across like too messed up. And no judgment on this creator, these creators, whoever made this video, or you, if you've done UGC style video and not done it this way or anything. At the end of the day, everyone's doing what they gotta do. Everyone's making business decisions, right? So if you did something different than this, then that's totally fine. My thesis is video like this, at least right now, is just as valuable, if not more valuable than highly produced stuff, than stuff that costs, just because of the person power involved, way more than this kind of creator style, user-generated content style video. Quickly, before we dive into the business side of it, if you have a business, if you're a small business owner, Squarespace is the place to make your website right on the internet, all in one. You just log into the site, do everything right there. Don't need to know how to code, nothing. Professional templates to choose from. You can match your style, but not need to know how to code it. It's fantastic. Bunch of different integrations, so you can schedule appointments right on the Squarespace site, host your blog there, host your portfolio there, obviously. You can sell stuff in a shop right on a Squarespace site. Whatever you need to do as a small business owner, you can do with a Squarespace site. If you want to try it out, go to squarespace.com/CodyWarner, and then when you're ready to buy, use the code CodyWarner to get 10% off your first purchase. Okay, business side. This stuff is valuable. This stuff is incredibly valuable. Can you charge $50,000 to $150,000 for it, like you would if you were a production company and were hiring talent and were hiring the police to lock down different venues and lighting everything and taking a day for every 6 shots that happened? No, you probably cannot. I would argue that you should be able to, especially if these ads are performing better than those ads. A video is a video is a video. Like, if the best video is just one that feels natural and is shot on a phone, but it performs the best, it brings in the most revenue for Las Vegas, I think you could make the argument that that video is worth $80,000, right? I think even though this sort of video has been around for quite some time now, like at least 2018 when I started vlogging, but potentially even before then, this sort of video has been around for a while. I still don't think, and I'm not sure exactly why, would love to hear your thoughts, I don't think you can charge that sort of premium for a video. I think people just like to have a sense of, and honestly, it probably comes back to hourly versus project-based, which I hate to say. But, you know, them as, let's just call them Las Vegas. I know it's some ad agency, but let's call them Las Vegas. Las Vegas looks at a creator-made video and says, oh, that only took you 4 hours to make. You got to have a bunch of fun experiences. You know, it's not worth $80,000. You can't make $80,000 in 4 hours. Like, that's rational. That is rational. I understand that. I get it, okay? But if that content drives the bottom line, makes Las Vegas more money than the other style content that does cost $80,000, I just think there's an argument for paying the creator $80K to make that video that only took him 4 hours. I don't really think I can be convinced otherwise. I would love it if you can figure a way to convince me that video is not worth that. If we agree it's performing better than a highly produced video, that video is not worth more than the highly produced video. I would love it if you could convince me of that. Please try in the comment. But is what it is. We are where we are. You can't charge $80K. What should you charge? In my opinion, that video, very bare minimum, would be worth $2,500. I would make that. I would go to Las Vegas, have those experiences, and make that video for $2,500. So, and I don't know why I've been using $80K, but so let's say that the highly produced content cost $80,000. Honestly, it could be anything from like $20,000 to $200,000. Just depends. Like, you know, whatever you can build in the budget you build in as a producer, and there's a bunch of different stuff to take into account. I don't really do that kind of video anymore, so I'm a bit out of that game. But, you know, I would say probably my old production company, if we were to price that video out highly produced, it would take 3 days and probably cost $15,000 to $20,000. I would imagine. All right. But let's just say that it's $80,000, because, you know, you get someone coming from Hollywood, they got a bunch of other stuff, and you shooting on Airy and all the different stuff. They got a whole crew. It's like 12 people. It's $80,000. That's how much it costs. We have the user generated style content, and you price that at $2,500. All right. So 2.5K. The beauty of this kind of content and the ability for someone to, you know, I'm saying you made that in 4 hours, maybe it took a day, whatever, is how much ad spend the client, or you, if you manage this for your client, has left that is not in this, you know, not taken up by the production budget to spend on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, and to put this piece of content in front of potential target audience, potential client, right? So you literally have, like, let's round up. Let's just say you have an extra $75,000 of spend to put this in front of the right people. And so that right there there gives it just a massive leg up on its ability to reach more people. But let's say it's a client like Las Vegas, right? Where it feels like they would have unlimited money. They don't, nobody has unlimited money. But let's say that they do. They have unlimited money. They can spend whatever they want. So it doesn't actually, increase the amount of ad spend to make this style video versus this style video. They're gonna spend the same amount of ad spend regardless. What it comes down to is the fact that this kind of video, and I think it's pretty safe to say now, this kind of video, while there is still a place for highly produced content, this kind of user-generated content, if Las Vegas is doing it, if big brands are using it to kind of cut through the noise and resonate and kind of bring that, hey, this is in your own camera roll, these are memories from what could be your past. If they're doing it, it is performing better. So the next time you are pitching a brand, I'm all for it. If you just like making beautiful stuff, I get it, I understand it. Make the beautiful stuff, pitch the high production value content, and get your area out there, rented or Red or whatever you're shooting on, your Sony, and make that stuff. But also consider creating some user-generated style stuff, just for the sheer fact of that makes you look very professional and makes them know that you understand the current state of marketing in the world. These are all my thoughts. A lot to talk about. Maybe timestamp stuff if you just want to like try to tear down all of this, everything that I've been talking about. And I will be down there in the comments. Let's have cordial, wonderful, polite arguments, or whatever. Or make a video if you want. You can make a video response. Let's go. Thanks so much for being here.